Yeah. So finally we understood that, the solidarity, the trade union which they have made, it became so popular and even across the Poland. Okay, you can see the next, see the solidarity, the trade union people, they are going into the strike or the protestation, that and all we can see, protest. And the next we'll see. So after that, what happened? Once the people started with the trade union, that is the new trade union, that is what is the trade union name? It's called as Solidarity. So finally we can see the new leader name called Jaruzelski. So already we saw the Lech Walesa was leading the trade union, and he became the leader of Solidarity. So here we can see the one more leader named called as Jaruzelski. So here what happened? The revelations of widespread corruption should be there. See, corruption and mismanagement in the government made matters worse for the rulers. So finally what happened? In the government we can see there is no proper the government was there. So here what happened, they started with a lot of corruption was there, and there was no proper management, so they had that mismanagement. So once it started to spread, widespread, so that's the reason what happened, a government made matters worse for the rulers. So the rulers also became little worse. Then the government led by General Jaruzelski grew anxious and imposed martial law in December 1981. So finally what happened? Once this, whatever the corruption and the mismanagement started to spread to the people, finally, the leader Jaruzelski, he became so anxious, and finally he started to impose martial law. What is the meaning of martial law? This is very much important. Listen carefully. Martial law means it is a suspension of the laws which have already made, because they banned this, the trade unions, they banned all the rights which has given to the people. Understand? That is what they'll call it as a martial law, suspension of the laws for the people in the year December 1981. See, the thousands of Solidarity members were put in prison. Freedom to organize, protest and express opinions was once again taken away. So due to the imposition of martial law, all the rights which was given to the people were taken away. Okay. Another wave of strike again organized by Solidarity began in 1988. So that is the reason the people started to get wilder, and then again they started with the one more protest or strike in the year of 1988. This time the Polish government was weaker, the support from Soviet Union uncertain, and economy was in decline. So that time what happened, once again when the Solidarity people started with the strike, that time what happened, the Polish government was quite weaker, and even the support which they were getting from USSR, that we call it as a Soviet Union, even that was not certain, and even the economy of the Polish government was quite low. So that's the reason what happened, they started to, the Solidarity came majority. Okay, see here. Another round of negotiation with Walesa resulted in an agreement in April 1989 for free and fair elections. So finally what happened? The Polish government was not strong. So, and even the support from the USSR was less, and even the economy was at the stage of decline. So that is the reason what happened, they again had one more agreement, the negotiation, the agreement between the government to have a free and fair election in the year April 1989. Okay. See, Solidarity contested all the 100 seats and won 99 of them. So finally what happened? This trade union, the Solidarity Trade Union, they contested almost 100 seats, and with that 100 seats they won 99. So in October 1990, the Poland had its first presidential election in which more than one party could contest. So guys, understand, in the year 1990, in October, the Poland had its first presidential election in which more than one party could contest. So finally, Lech Walesa was elected president of Poland. So guys, you understood the entire concept, right? How the this act has been started and finally where it has got ended. Understand? So in the beginning, this event has been started in the year of 1980. So later what happened? All the problems started. The people started to protest or strike against the Communist Party, because even though they didn't have a rights to raise their voice against the government. Yes or no? So after that, once this protest or the strike became very stronger, the government had the agreement, that is 21-point agreement they have got, and that time they had a freedom, or they had got right to start their own independent trade union, and they had right to start have their strikes, all those things. But later, once Jaruzelski came to an existence in his administration, what happened? The people came to know about his corruption and the mismanagement. So that's the reason again he passed a rule called martial law, where they have been suspended all the rights or the freedom which has given to the people. Understand? So later, once again in the year of 1988, the Solidarity has started once again to fight against the government. And then they got succeeded because the Poland government was weak and the economy was declining, and even the support from the USSR or the Soviet Union was weaker or uncertain. So finally, in the year of 1990 October, they started their first presidential election, and Lech Walesa became the president of Poland. So guys, you understood how democracy came into existence in Poland. Okay, next we'll just compare this with the last, the thing which we have already studied about Chile and today's thing. Okay, see here. The government of Poland claimed that it was ruling on behalf of the working class. Pinochet made no such claim and openly favored big capitalists. It both had some common features. So we can see that the Pinochet's administration and even here the Communist Party administration. So what they were doing? They didn't give any rights for the poor people. The poor people didn't have any rights to select their leaders. See, the people could not choose or change their rulers. That is the first point. And the one more point is there was no real freedom to express one's opinions from political associations and organize protests and the political action. So we know that once if we are following the Communist Party, a dictatorship or aristocracy or autocratic kind of administration, people will not be having rights to say their opinions. So that is what the thing which we can see in the Pinochet's administration and even the Communist Party administration. Next, see, we can see the three democratic governments identified in these two stories. One, it is Allende's in Chile and Lech Walesa's in Poland, and the Michelle Bachelet's in Chile are different in their approach towards social and economic matters. These people also have some common features. What is that? All the leaders have selected by the people. See, only leaders elected by people should rule the country. And then next one, it is people have the freedom. See, people have the freedom to express, to organize, and freedom to protest. So here everyone have got a rights to express their opinions towards the government. So guys, you people understood, right? So these are the two common features we can see about democracy. Okay. Hope you all understood these two stories. One, it is the democracy in Chile and democracy in Poland. Okay. Next, see the changing maps of democracy. How the democracy started to change. We'll just see here. The first one we can see, which is in red, the democratic government in 1900 and 1950. So these are all the countries we can see. These are all the countries which were following democracy in the 1900 and the 1950. But in this color you can see the pale yellow, democratic governments in 1950 but not in 1900. So we can see even, the India was not following democracy before 1950. After 1950 only we started to follow democracy. And then, so here also we can see democratic countries in 1975. So in the year of 1975, how many countries were following the democracy? Next, democratic government in 2000. So in the year 2000, we can see, as we know, the maximum independent countries started to follow democracy. Okay, we can see the changes. Hope you all understood, guys. You can see in your textbook also once again for your reference. Yes, we'll go for recapitulation. The first question, which party ruled in Poland in 1980? So guys, remember, which party ruled in Poland in 1980? Which is the party? Yes, this is Polish United Workers Party. This was one of communist party was ruling in Poland. Okay, next question. The workers of linen shipyard in the city of Gdansk went on a strike on. When they started with the strike? It is 14th August 1980. Okay, it's on 14th August 1980. Next question. Who was the leader of the Solidarity movement in Poland? So of course the Panasset will not be the answer because he'll come in Chile. So the answer is Lech Walesa. Yes. Next, the three governments of INDs in Chile, Walesa's Poland and Michel's Chile had what kind of government they were following? They were following, yes, it is democratic form of government because they all elected by the people and they had got the freedom for the people to share their opinions towards the government. Yes. Next, answer the following questions. You have to write all these questions in your classwork along with your the homework note also, just for your glancing of answers. See, what was the situation in Poland in the 1980s? So you can write about the Communist Party, and no other political parties was existed, and no other political, the people didn't have a rights or the freedom to express their opinions towards the government, all that situation. And then describe a communist state. So you can write the same concept, almost like the similar, how the communist state works. And then what was the outcome of the strike in Poland? So what was the outcome? Finally, they have got the rights to, start their all those things. The 21-point agreement you have to mention here. Okay. Then what was the plight of the Solidarity Trade Union in Poland? You have to explain about the Solidarity Trade Union, and again they got the power. And then what were the similarity between the two governments in Chile and Poland? Last, the comparison you have to write. Yes. Guys, hope you all understood the concepts. If any doubt, you just let me know. Okay. You just go through the textbook, make your own notes, refer, and then, use the slides as aids. Okay. If anything, you just let me know. Have a great day. Thank you all.